I got dots over my head. Boop. Whew. Good morning, everybody. Hi, I'm Old Man Sugarheart. Today we're playing BitCraft Online. It is almost a very, very exciting time to be here. The housing update is supposed to be today. So very soon, Zotomura is going to have some actual residential buildings. Unfortunately, the update wasn't there this morning, but very, very, very soon. It's not live. It is not. I checked. Popped on a little early. I was like, is it there? No. Ah, look how many hides I've got. Let's see. I talked with Mutation. They gave me some leather treatments, which I need. To finish making these. Like, that's the only piece that's missing, is like the super green leather. What do I need for that? Headworking salts? Probably. Grab the green goop. Let's grab the leather I do have. Honestly, let's grab the raw pelts too. Just grab everything. And so we're gonna get the leather working stations up today. You need this tannin. Ooh, you need that straw too, for another unrelated purpose. Alright. And a little more leather. 3 more levels of mining before you can break down those 3 green rocks in your settlement. Yeah. I saw those and I was like, that's gonna be a bit of a hassle for you. Alright. So now, make some of the green leather. Treat it. Then we can slap it on here. While we're doing that, we can chop up this fine pelt. And honestly, I think that's like the last thing I need before we can get tier 4 tools. The pirate's gone already? Nice. We need to get a road built to your settlement. Like, we need a lot of roads built. I would like one to come along the side of the lake here. Honestly, I would like it to go all the way around the lake. Trying to think of like the best way to do it. Somewhere around here, there are a few like peninsulas that have like some really good hunting on them. I don't know if any of them are here. But anyway, we build the road around the lake, and then we connect you to the road. And I would love to get some trade going. Especially once we get these pelts processed, I can start working on like tier 4 tools. When you work on tier 4 tools, like, you need every material if you start making them from scratch. So like, if you end up with a bunch of pyrolite ingots, I think I've got a buy order for them. No? Apparently I'm selling one refined one. That's crazy. Let's see. How many pyre? I got 32. Okay. It's not like the worst one I have. You have do need tier 2 rope. I have a buy order out for that? I do. But yeah, I don't want to like force you to do a job for us by any means. But with your tier 2 crafting skills, there are a lot of tier 2 things I would like to have. You love processing pelts, but you hate hunting? Yeah, I'm trying to make hunting life easier. Like, I've got a great goat hunting spot. If you go down to like Port Taverna, directly north of them, you can usually find a bunch of goats pretty easily. And a lot of saggy birds too. Though if you go to like Charlo, saggy birds are more numerous. So if you need like tier 1 leather. Then for tier 3, best places I've found, there's like 6 female service over here, another 3 over here, and some dude services over here. But like around here, there's some number of them I'm not familiar with, and I want to like complete the road path so we can find them. Alright, I wanted to make this. I need tier 2 refined leather. Ooh. I did not know that. Didn't know you needed tier 2 refined leather. To make tier 3 refined leather. I've put this on like the scholar's plate for too long. I never knew what it took. Let me guess. Can't make this without tier 1 refined leather. Okay, okay. And you'd think that would be a huge problem. I can work with this. Tier 1 refined leather. I need that. And I need hide working goop. Now that's fish oil. There's something else. Fish oil. Braxite? Is it braxite? Hang on. It is braxite. Where person like me gonna get some braxite? I think I have some regular old glass in here that I was selling. I've got the rough glass vials. Hey, it's Crescent. Hi, Crescent. Don't have any braxite for me? Let's see. You were refined of the previous tier. Yeah, it's a process. We're getting there. So I'm gonna find some limestone, which shouldn't be too hard. And we'll smash down some rocks. That ought to give us the braxite. Then we have the things we need to make the tier 1 refined leather. We need for the tier 2 refined leather, which we have the stuff for. Which we need for the tier 3 refined leather, which we also have the stuff for. I will become leather man. Actually sounds a little gross. Leatherman. Ugh. Alright. Where would a person like me find limestone? Like all over the place. I think I should follow along the road here. and find like limestone that is in the way. Start removing that. Jackal. Started being more aggressive with the animals lately. Like for a while there, I was just running by them. But then I realized like it's kind of the best passive income I have is just animal parts being traded to Roomba. There it is. Plus, I don't know when, but I feel like eventually Slayer levels will matter. Am I ready for the housing update? I am ready for the housing update. I don't know if I'm ready enough. There weren't enough details on like the exact logistics that I could find. But I've got a tier 1 codex and a decent amount of money. So like $7,800. I was like grinding money yesterday. Is this where the road stops? The road going to go. Well, there's a limestone. Not really in the way of the road, but I was hoping to find like a big block in the road. It looks like the road stops here. I want to see that road connect to Haramura. And come all the way around the lake and connect to Port Avignon. Yeah, the Terratoad attacked you so you couldn't continue the road? Ah, I see. This Terratoad giving you trouble. Phew. Terratoads are tough. I think I have just the correct amount of stuff to take them out. If I can get that second snipe shot off and hit. Gotta stop with... Here we go. Like I've strategically plotted my armor so I can take these guys out in one hit. Now as long as I'm not attacked by like an alpha jackal or something, it'd be great. Your weakness. Height difference. I don't know, if we get to a point where like I've got leather cooking where I want to be. Hey, thank you for the raid.
Yeah, I'm feeling tipsy.
Pita raid. Pita versus bread. Welcome. I hope you're having a good day. What were you playing? I can't, like, I've got another friend named Panini, and they are a variety streamer. I think I get the two of you confused. I think you are a bit... being attacked again. Jackals. How's my day going? It's going pretty good, you know. Constantly swarmed by jackals. needing A material so I can get B material, so I can get C material, so I can get D material. Oh, material. You were playing Resident Evil 4. That was not a game I was expecting you to say. That's awesome. Resident Evil 4 is still... I want to say it's my favorite Resident Evil. Kind of tough to say. Like, I had a great time with Resident Evil 4. But, like, the nostalgia really hits me with Resident Evil 2. Because Resident Evil 2 was the first Resident Evil I played. I saw Resident Evil 1 for PlayStation, saw, like, the weird full motion video and the terrible acting. And I was just like, maybe I'll skip this one. Now I kind of regret it. If I started with one, I feel like life would have been so much better. They should go back to that. They should, like, go back to terrible acting for Resident Evil. Like, it would cut to, like, a real actress in, like, Jill cosplay. And she would be like, Barry, oh no. Ah. You know, things like that. And that was fantastic. I need more of that in my life. Oh. For some reason, I believed this road was a trick. I'm like, this doesn't go up. But yeah, I played Resident Evil 5. And I kind of didn't like the direction it was going. It was getting a lot more action-y. And it felt like less of a horror game. I mean, it's still a horror game. There were some pretty creepy things in, like, Resident Evil Village, but, like, I didn't want to, like, play it for myself. I was happier just, like, watching it. Anyway, did I properly thank you for the raid? Thank you for the raid. I hope people caught it, but, like, Stream Elements shouted you out. I do want to check it out. I hope I'm following you. If I'm not following you, I should be. Let me get this craft started and I can double check. Boop. I've given you a follow. Nice. And so I'll check out your stream later. And maybe one day we can raid you. Alright. So we do the mining, we get the braxite, we can start doing the leather things. Got more leather cooking. It'll be done around like 5-10 a.m. And once that's done, we can make the tanning stations. Yes, yes, it's all coming together. We're always on around the same time. What time zone do you live in? Or what country are you from? Because nobody should be streaming around my time. What? No braxite. My plans, they are foiled. I'm gonna go back out into the woods and try this again. Actually, no. Your Pacific Standard Time, so it's 3 a.m. now. Gotcha. I mean, I shouldn't see Americans here during my stream time, but sometimes I do. It's because y'all have terrible sleep schedules. But you know, I'm still happy to see you. I quickly discovered at some point when my kids started like kindergarten, I couldn't stay up late anymore. Oh hey, here's some sneaky limestone. Please? There we go. It's hiding in the hill. But yeah, like my kids, they had like a very early drop off. You're a baker, so you're used to being up at this time? Yeah. And like, for a while after my kids started like kindergarten, there was a period of time where I tried to like get my gaming in at night and then like going to bed at a responsible time. But I quickly noticed, like, I'm not that good at stopping playing video games. Like, I'm extremely happy to play them. Like, I'll never miss a day if I can. But, like, deciding, like, I'm at a good stopping point is very hard for me. I'm supposed to stop at like 6:30 on the dot. I've even got like an alarm set. Almost never that. It's always like 15 minutes. Sometimes it's like an hour late. It's like playing a game's like reading a book. You don't really decide when to stop reading. Like the book decides. You gotta get through like this chapter. And even after you get through the chapter, like there's a cliffhanger that makes you want to like keep going. So, anyway, I would end up going to bed and getting like somewhere between like 4 and 6 hours of sleep, which just wasn't panning out. Like, it turns out like 6 hours of sleep is like the bare minimum I need to survive. Which hasn't been happening with BitCraft. Because I keep playing BitCraft off stream. Because I'm like, I still need to grind. Want to get this done so like my next stream will be good stuff. Like yesterday, I'm like, I need money for the housing update in case it drops like early. So we can get houses put up. So I stayed up too late doing that. I was like, I have to get at least one hunting trip in too, because we need the leather so that I can get the tier 4 crafting benches up, so that like when I'm streaming, like I can show you guys like some tier 4 tool rolling. Your settlement is coming along nicely? Yeah. Once you get like the first few crafting stations up, like, there's a point where it becomes a home. And you don't have to actually, like, leave to, like, get things to bring here. And you're like, why do I even, like, consider this a home? But yeah, they're, like, don't know. Homesteading feels so weird. Because you're like, there's nothing here. And everything I need is elsewhere. When does the update hit? I wish I knew. I couldn't find any information on that. I was looking. My guess is noon? Probably around lunchtime. I say noon as if we're all on the same time zone here. I don't know. BitCraft schedule is weird to me. They do like their maintenance at like 2 a.m. So I think they're on kind of like California time. When do they have peak players? No. I'm trying to think of like when the last time they did an update, which was last week. What was the exact time they dropped that? I wonder if I can find out. They posted the patch updates for the weekly update at 11 a.m. my time. Be like 1 p.m. Pacific time. Wait, no. 9 a.m. Pacific time. There we go. We got the Braxite. And now with the Braxite, we can make a refined leather, which we can use to make the refined leather, which we can use to make the refined leather, which we can use to make the leather working station. It's all coming together. I'm gonna need you. I'm gonna need you. Missing something. There you go. I'm gonna need you. You. Huh? Yeah? Feel like I have everything I need. Yeah. The answer is what do you basic leather treatment. Oh, I need to make basic leather treatment. I'm not used to doing scholar things. I haven't done these since like the beginning of the game. What am I missing? Water. Oh no, this is going to be the the point where I discover there is no water. Water? 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 I just want my crafting stations. Just sell me water. All caps. Fitting. Okay, so need water. Which means I need buckets, which I can make with the planks. Over here in the dark. I'll fill those up at the well. Can't build a well? We do have a well, but we need like buckets. Put the water in. And reusable buckets aren't a thing in this universe. Buckets are actually made out of paper. So you get like one good bucket of water out of them. Unless you're telling me, well, no, that doesn't work. I was like, having the well right next to the crafting station. Maybe there's some kind of sneaky range trick. That's not true. Alright, give me the buckets. Glad I had planks. Alright. We make the water. Then we can make the leather refining goop. We can make the refined leather, which we can use to make the refined leather, which we can use to make the refined leather. Then we can finish the tier 4 crafting benches. And then by then, more tier 3 leather will be done. Yes. 4 of these. Excellent. By the way, a real good business to be in by now is leather research. Like, they're selling for at least 1,500. Some people are selling them for like 4,000, 5,000. Or, sorry, 4,000 is what they're selling for here. Because you need these researches to make a codex. You need a codex to make like a higher tier player housing. And so a lot of people are going to be buying these like today. Okay, hang on. So I got the goop. Eat some more fish bulbs. Refined leather. I'm gonna make 2. Just so I don't have like 2 floating around on me. But like anything you need for like research or codex making right now, like there's a great market for. So if you're not too interested in making your own housing, that takes, oh, okay. Do want all the refined leather right now. Didn't realize it took 2 of the previous tier of refined leather to make the next tier of refined leather. Well, then we got the exact correct amount Braxite. Alright. Yeah. I like that it's not too tricky to get rich in this game. Like going from I need more refined leather than that. Right, because if I need... Oh, no. Oh, wait. Yes. No. I need more... Need more goop. Hang on. Everything check. So... I'm out of fish oil. Am I out of fish oil? What am I selling here? There's simple fish oil. No. Okay, what about... You got breezies? No breezies for sale here. I'm out of fish oil. So now I need fish oil and Braxite. Man. Alright. I got water. Got glass. Got greens. Got all these things. What do I need to get rid of some stuff. Don't need all this bark. donate my bark to the scholars. Scholars love bark. I think we've got enough tanning goop. We have tanning goop. These clean pelts. Some more rough leather, just chilling out. That's cool. What? I'm going crazy. Trying to keep track of everything I need to do. And I take that tanning goop with me. Fish. We got the tier 2 and tier 3 fish oil, which makes sense. Fish? No. Brax? Like, we need more Braxite, too. Is there? Okay, let's go crazy. Show me refined, simple leather. People are trying to buy them for $1. Good luck. People are straight up not selling them. Refined rough leather, $700. There's only one there. I need two. Braxite? New Haven's selling that for $1? I want to broadcast that on stream. Let's go. Should hit tomorrow if Sugarheart didn't say so already, or today. Talking about the housing, right? Yeah, let's go to New Haven. Sugar, Lyra, the trash panda. Lyra, sorry. I get that wrong every single time. Yeah, you thought it was coming in today's patch? It is coming in today's patch, but today's patch hasn't dropped yet. And so, like, I'm prepared for houses, but it hasn't happened yet. What am I here for? Braxite. Seriously, $1? You guys are crazy. My money making scheme. I'm selling Traveler's Fruit for 2,000 there. If you're unfamiliar with the Traveler's Fruit, you can turn that into fish oil. Regular fish oil. You don't have plain fish oil, huh? You got the breezies? For $1, yeah you do. Dude, man, give me 100 breezies. Oh yeah, because we have a tree nearby? I don't know what you're talking about. We don't have any tree nearby. Shh, don't tell them. You're drinking Coke? overly tired, but you don't care. You have a ghast in Minecraft. That's right. Minecraft did recently like put out an update where you could ride a ghast, right? That's what you were doing? You keep crashing and then Unity pops up. Interesting. Like, do you have Unity installed? Or do you mean like a Unity crash notification?
Thanks, Granddad.
Block 4, thank you for the follow. So, yeah. This game was made in Unity. Which is cool. I used to make games in Unity. Sorry, I made a game in Unity, and then I got bored halfway through the second one. And I didn't make any follow-up games in Unity. Like, as one of my get-rich-quick schemes, I made a little mobile game. And it was pretty fun. But, like, it wasn't hyper-aggressive with, like, the monetization. And it wasn't that great of a game. 'Cause, I don't know, I get bored and I move on from things. At some point I realized like game development isn't for me. Because I just can't be interested in the same game that long. He says on hour 250 of BitCraft. Maybe if I made BitCraft, I could have like stuck with it long enough to actually make the game. I mean, to be fair, there's no way I'd make BitCraft because I don't have the patience to get investors and put a team together. I'm a bit of a hermit, man. I'd want to like try to do it myself so I could make it like a very, very bad version of BitCraft that would look terrible and play worse. But you have it installed, but just the Unity crash notification. Yeah. I don't know. I don't get many Unity crashes. Now, the game had a pretty serious memory leak problem. And I don't know if it's completely resolved. So if you've been playing for like a long, long period of time, you can see it crashing outright. Which, you know, just starting it again ought to save it. But you said you keep getting crashing. Trying to think of why that might be. I'm not having the same problems. The CPU usage is hovering at like 1%. I'm existing in the same region, same biome as you. Any problems you should be seeing, I should be seeing too. Where are my settings at? Fast density. Under distance. Max FPS. I turned mine down to 60 because I can't like stream more than that anyway. Really, I think the ideal for my PC is like 121 or something like that. Like after that you get diminishing returns. Increase the frames per second. You know what? The water does feel like it's running a little prettier. But yeah, if you've got your FPS turned all the way up. I'm trying to think, what is the thing that like ties down your FPS? It might be like your monitor refresh rate. And I do have a fancy monitor. I won it in a raffle. I didn't like even particularly want like a giant gaming monitor. No, you're at 60? That's a bummer. I mean, aside from like verifying the integrity of your game files, like I'm out of ideas. We can check out the official BitCraft Discord. Unity crash. This has been happening to me. Try updating. You're not the only one having this issue, it seems like. Since playing the game in early access, it tends to crash every now and then. No matter what task you've been playing, 3 kinds of crash, just the same error. Blue screen, ooh. Restart the PC, crashing, freezing, frozen screen. Tried updating pilots, monitoring temp, everything seems just fine. I don't have much problems. I've uninstalled and reinstalled the game. Alright, I'm still crafting here. I'm trying to find something helpful. Have you tried limiting your CPU clock rate to 54x? You have the same CPU and there's an insane hardware issue with it that Intel has admitted to. Gross. But it seems like a lot of people are talking about like the Unity crashing being like a hardware or firmware issue, which would explain why we're not having the same issue despite being like very similar in game. And that is about all the information I could find without reading an entire giant wall of text. Laptop is a little old. You're upgrading soon. Yeah, that does sound rough. I never liked gaming laptops. I'm gonna be a desktop PC gamer till I die. All the kids will be making fun of me playing on their like 42-inch iPhones. They'll be like, "Get with the times, Grandpa," and I'll just be like, "No, I like sitting in my chair with this giant supercomputer next to me, 18 monitors, my brain hooked up to the Matrix. Just leave Grandpa alone. He likes the command center." Wow, it takes a lot of time to squeeze 100 fish. Never gonna judge mutation ever again for how long it took to make refined stuff. Because I remember with like the tier 3 workstations, like we got all the materials up in no time. And I'd never be impatient with somebody, but I'm like, man, sure does seem to be taking a long time. But I get it now. Grind, grind, grind. Hey, I might hit fishing 30 though. Profession-wise, I've got 2 jobs that aren't 30. Getting Scholar up. Not something like I've been wanting to do. What's up, Grandpa? Not too much. How are you, Floofwax? We're going to get like the remaining leatherworking stations up. Like that is the goal for today's stream. And I am like super prepared for housing to drop at any moment. I say super prepared, but there is... Can I just drop fish chunks in here? Drop fish chunks... Cooking chamber. For anybody who wants to make fish bulbs. Alright. Water. Glass. Was rambling about something. What was it? Just being prepared for housing. So we have a tier 4 settlement. And I'm thinking you just get like the tier 4 or the housing building schematics for free, right? Oh, do I have a codex ready? I do have a codex ready, actually. So like I can build up to tier 2 personal housing. In case you're wondering, like, if you guys haven't been like running off and doing the research, for your own personal housing, I believe you talk to Bricko there, and you will buy a housing deed from him. Hi, Bricko. And he'll sell you a housing deed for like $500 or something, and then you can have your own little teepee wherever. But you can also get a higher level teepee with a tier 1 codex, and I want to say $2,500, something like that. But yeah, basically have money, talk to Bricko. If you have a tier 1 codex, you can upgrade the tier 2. Now, I didn't hear what like the next upgrade's gonna be, but I assume it'll be like a tier 2 codex. All the Braxite in the world. Okay. Give me some leather. 2 of these? Yeah, I'll just do 4. We'll refine the crap out of it. If I have any left over, I'll figure out what to do at that point. Give me the greens. Give me the greens. Give me the greens. That's all I need. Right? Okay. Make you. got you. Should be it. Yeah, yeah. I think we're good. But yeah, thinking of like where to drop houses. This little section here by the bonfire, I think like right here is a good place for the houses. Means I should move leather slightly. Might clear out these trees and just kind of like slide the leather around these brown tiles. We've moved. Did we move the stockpiles? No, we just built additional stockpiles. But like, I think moving the wood cutting stuff over to the green circle would be good. Moving this stockpile somewhere convenient, maybe like right by the entrance. Maybe we throw the twins in a ditch somewhere. I've got so many plans. Anyway, I would like some player housing right here, back in the crafting quarters. I'm thinking like a player house over here. Some lakeside property would be nice. Maybe throw another one down there. As for my personal house, I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. But yeah, I want to have multiple different properties kind of spread out throughout the settlement so that like we're all not bunched up in a single spot. Uh-oh. Hang on. I'm losing my mind. I already have tier 2. Refined leather. Yes. Okay, for a second I thought I was a little short there. I mean, I am short, but you know, in game too. Ooh. This refined business is stressful. There we go. Finally, the tier 3 refined leather. I only need like 1 sheet of each, and we can make these workstations. Then I think I need to do like a quick survey to make sure we have every workstation in the universe. But I think we will be officially done with tier 4 everything. Got the tier 4. Got the tier 4. Alright. Just walk through the settlement. Tier 4 forestry. Tier 4 carpentry. Tier 4 tanning. Tanning. Tier 4 hunting. Tier 4 leather. Tier 4 tailoring. Tier 4 looming. Tier 4 foraging. Down into the pit, we've got our tier 4 masonry, tier 4 mining, tier 4 smithing, tier 4 smelter, tier 4 kiln. Then we head over here. I just sold all my traveler berries at $2,000 a piece. That I just made $12,000. Anyway, tier 4 scholar station. Nice. That one I wasn't sure about. That was the one I doubted the most. I believe tier 4 fishing. Oh, and tier 4 farming. We did it. The entire settlement is tier 4. And honestly, that was kind of like my realistic goal for our entire career here in the settlement. Like, I'm gonna keep playing. But, like, we've now got a place that is just fantastic to live. Got this bark here. Got some water. I can make some tier 4 tannin, and I can start right away making the tier 4 leather, which the entire universe needs. Like, if I did nothing but hunt, like, we do a search for leather here. Is anybody selling tier 4 leather? There's some tier 5 leather selling for $287. Honestly, that was cheaper than I expected. Where's the tier 4 leather? Fine leather, selling for $440. So hang on, you're telling me tier 5 is selling for less. At least in this one case. I think tier 5 might be selling for less because it's less in demand because less people are at tier 5. But I think most of the settlements are kind of just now hitting like tier 4. Gonna do some examining. I talked with New Haven, by the way. And I'm feeling a lot more comfortable with them. Like, they make a lot of people nervous because they were big. I could have swore they, like, came up through here. I wonder if the Rebel Against Tyranny is actively fighting them. Anyway. But, like, talking to them, like, every expansion they've done was discussed with empires. So, like, they weren't actually at war with the Realm of Crown and Cask. They just didn't want to, like, maintain the entire empire. And so they shrunk down willingly. The only people New Haven actually fought was a place called Dreadmore. And I want to say this is probably their capital here. And Dreadmore started it. But everything else was, like, well discussed. Every time I've talked to them, they've been very polite. Man, get these fish bulbs eaten. They've had kind of like a bad reputation because they were the big scary guys. But I recently found out, like, while they were expanding up here, they deliberately left this area clear for us to expand. But, you know, Black Flag is its own empire, and they didn't get that memo. Honestly, I didn't get that memo. It was very nice of them to, like, leave this area for us. But Black Flag claimed this area. I'm not mad. Because I figure this is enough area for, like, hundreds of players. And so, like, at some point we'll put out a recruitment video, like, try to draw people to the Cozy Empire. And, like, one of my draws is, like, all that land, I want people to feel free to, like, build their own settlements on. And if for some reason that got too crowded, like, we can ask politely for, like, this territory or this territory, and we can expand a little by little as we need it. Because, I mean, like, Black Flag claimed this territory. Ooh, they do have they've got a settlement there. Hang on. That settlement is in this territory, so maybe if Silverwood is very happy being in the Black Flag settlement, maybe I wouldn't want to take that away from them. This territory nobody lives in. Alright, what am I doing? Tanning. Ooh, I'm excited. Blue leather. Don't mind me, I've got 100 leather that's been waiting for this moment. Boop. More tanning goop. Didn't realize how much blue tanning goop I made. Is that leather? That was greedy of me. But at the same time, I used like all of my leather in my refined grind. I want to make sure I've got enough to make tools. Alright. Nice happy leather grind. Anyway, what were we talking about? Yeah. If this got filled up, or like one of my citizens was like, you know what, we want our own empire. Like, it's getting to the point where like I can't squeeze another empire in here. This corner would be a great place for like a tiny empire. Like a one watchtower empire. If we drop this one, somebody could have like this corner for their own empire. But yeah, I'm like the goal is to support like new players with this settlement. And new players all have different goals. And one of their goals might be to have an empire. And like there's a few ways you can get it, but like most of them involve like asking politely. Because like all the places where you can put an empire would probably have a fight with someone else. You can squeeze an empire in here. Like if you dropped an empire token here, you'd get this remaining corner. That might be like the only place left on Earth. At least in Region 7. Yeah, every other place would like end up with contested territory. But like one of my goals was to have like a spot where we could have somebody found an empire. But the trouble is, like, we've got like lots of spots for people to like found their own settlements. And so if they want to be members of the Cozy Empire, you can't give away the territory that has them in it. Whew. Check BitCraft, see if an update has come out while we were playing. I see patch notes for the 17th. Okay, never mind. Yeah, I think the housing is definitely gonna happen after stream. I've only got like 45 minutes left in this stream. How long does it take for these to craft? An hour? Welp. I was hoping to get around making blue tools today. But I will have blue tools tomorrow. Oh, but tomorrow's Final Fantasy Friday. So I won't be streaming this game in particular. And then I guess for the big weekend stream will be the ones where I like show off the housing and our new tools. It'll be a good time. But rest assured, we'll have houses in here in this settlement as fast as possible. I'm actually kind of thinking of like if I should mix up the tiers of houses around here. Being a tier 4 settlement, we should be able to build up to tier 4 houses. I think the tier 4, I think it goes like TP, slightly bigger TP, wood house, and then stone. And so like we could build a stone house by like the masonry hut, build like a wood house over here, and you know, drop a couple of teepees in the occasional place. The other option is just like building stone houses everywhere. And I think stone houses might be a way to go. Like the teepees look a little trashy. And so does the wood house, if I'm honest. Like the goal is to have an aesthetically pleasing place to live. Oh, but I'm thinking of like the player housing. I really wonder like what kind of options we have with like the settlement buildings. Because they look like they're going to be large. And I wonder if there's just like several different designs you can drop down. That's like the ideal scenario, so you don't have like cookie cutter houses. And then we can just kind of like build the player housing or the settlement housing that looks nicest in the places where it looks the nicest. They look so nice, the stone houses. I know. I agree. Oh man, like some of the screenshots, I say screenshots, like the early promotional shots for BitCraft were like some of the ones that like drew me in. Like it's the player housing that really makes a settlement look great. I mean, I did what we could with like the nature, so this doesn't feel like some kind of like weird work camp. But to give this like the actual village feel, I feel like you need the houses. Did I see the video? It showed a lot. I saw a couple videos. I saw like a couple of BitCraft partners. I think it was Telleril and Percival. And they kind of showed like the same shared footage that like BitCraft shared with them directly. And I saw like player housing, like the first tier 5 player housing. For settlement housing, like I didn't see a lot more other than like you can do it. Like I saw a couple of like pictures of big houses. And so yeah. Saw the big wooden house, I saw the big stone house. What I want to know is, do they come in different designs? Can you build like a long house, or does it have to be like this giant like 6 hex monster? I'm gonna say 7 hex probably. Yeah, the settlement might look a little bit different by the next time we come on, but I want to make sure there's housing in the settlement. I want to make sure I at least own some of it. I'm not sure how the ownership works entirely for like settlement housing. I do want to make sure there's room for like player housing too. Doesn't even have to be like a designated spot. Like if there's a room and not like, if there's room and there's not a trail on there, I want you to be able to like build a house there. Like this is kind of a big open spot. And so like maybe I want to put like settlement housing here. But like if you're like a tailor and you want to put your little teepee up here in the corner, I feel like that's a great place for it. Yeah, right now the settlements just look like work sites. Yeah, and I hated that aesthetic. I remember like the first time walking into somebody else's claim and it's just like, here's a row of smelters, here's a row of looms. Like it felt like a sweatshop. And I'm like, this, I would hate it. Like I'm supposed to like spend an hour in here just at loom number 7. Like I've spent my time in a cubicle farm. It doesn't feel good. I think it's just settlement housing right now. You'll have to get your own RIP for it. And you can allocate your house into those houses. Several people can use the same entrance to get to their housing. I will admit, I wasn't paying close attention. Because I have ADHD. I'm not very good at paying attention. But the key points I thought I got was that player housing could be bought from Bricko. Anybody can do that, and you can set up your own individual housing. I don't know if you can rent out your own individual housing, but I know there's also settlement housing. They didn't go into a whole lot of detail in that one, but if I understood correctly, in like your settlement crafting menu, I believe they were going to give you like some settlement style housing that you can just build depending on like your tier of settlement. And I don't know if that like requires some sort of like research. This always makes me nervous. So Twin Grove recently joined the Empire and like added me to their settlement. For some reason, they got slot number 1. My settlement, or Sotomura, the capital, is settlement number 2 for me. So every time I open this, I'm like, where did all my villagers go? How did they take away my permissions? Scares the crap out of me every single time. But here we are. So like, wouldn't be surprised if they added like housing research here. But assuming it just comes with the settlement, I feel like it should. Settlements already are grind enough. Like you should just be able to build from this menu. Like regular settlement housing if you own the settlement. But that's the impression I got. I may be mistaken. Because like I said, I'm really bad at paying attention. You know, listening when people talk. So like I watched 2 videos. I watched one of the video like 10 times. But like, you know how you can just like read for an hour and retain nothing? You can basically build housing complexes in your settlement for 5 people per building. You can upgrade buildings with resources, that tier, codex, lumber, and stone slab. Now, also, thank you, Gooseman. Build housing complexes in your settlement for 5 people per building. Upgrade those buildings with resources. Here, codex, lumber, and stones. The settlement buildings, that does sound right. don't think that was in like the videos I saw, but that makes a lot of sense. So I build like a tier 1 rentable housing. I do have a codex. I can tear that down or upgrade that to tier 2 housing. That'll kick everybody out. And then we spend like a week getting tier 2 and tier 3 codexes, tearing that down and upgrading it to tier 4. So I make buildings in my settlements for people to live in. But there's like personal player housing, right? I think so. Player housing and settlement housing are different. I can build, people can move their house into your buildings. That also makes sense. I did see like the relocate button. But was that just designating a house as your home? I've still got so many questions. And I appreciate everyone spitting facts at me. Now, like, did the devs like post a blog somewhere outlining how all this works? Yeah, so instead of players building their own houses, you need to own a writ or something to relocate your house. You can have your house in different settlements or starter towns. Okay, so I build... It's going to be a apartment housing. Oh, no, hold on. The Toad YouTuber has a good explainer. He does have a good explainer. Let me post a link to that in chat. Because somebody without ADHD might be able to read this a little better.
This
is the link. Just let me drop it, please. If I get auto-moderated by myself for posting links. Imagine 4,000 people building their own house. I mean, so that's not how I thought it would work. I assumed if you had build permissions in the claim, here I am looking at not the capital again. Like, I would feel like all the people I've given build permissions to could build their own house in the claim. But it's risky giving somebody like that kind of permission. Because then they also have the ability to like tear down your workstations and do all sorts of crazy things. But like there's it would make sense if I could drop player housing and people could use their writ to like move into like individual player housing. That makes a lot of sense. But like on top of that, I can build like the giant settlement apartment complexes that everybody could move in without needing like a housing permit. Like that's how I assumed it worked. Like you could spend the effort to like make your own houses and make your own houses nice, and I can like find you a spot for those. That would make sense. Or somebody with build permissions can like straight up build their housing spot. But like, if somebody didn't want to like go down like the housing research path, I feel like they should be able to move into the settlement housing for free. And that's how I think it works. From what I've read and from what I've seen. But at the same time, like, I haven't read and seen everything. And the things I did see, I struggled to retain. So, everything I believe could be wrong, which is just, you know, a constant truth of the universe I've noticed. Are we done? We've got 118 fine, clean pelts. Jealous? Woo. All the bark in the universe. Got the ropes, I've got the planks, I've got these. When the time comes, I will be able to make 5 tools. What are my 5 favorite tools? Hunting, mining, and then I think leatherworking's kind of a given. And smithing. And then I think forestry is probably the other one I use the most. Like masonry, you're just gonna have to sit by the sideline. How you get suburbs, lol. Well, players building their own independent housing. Yeah. Like, I agree. If everybody built their own house wherever they wanted, I feel like that could be crazy. Part of me wonders, like, if that'll be... Nah, it can't be. I was thinking, like, maybe a player could build, like, their own housing, like, outside of a claim. Like, just drop a TP out here or something. But I think that would get too crazy. But, like, people in the settlement with build permissions could build their own housing. But yeah, I don't know. It's delicate, and the devs have put a lot more thought into it than I have. Get some green leather. And you know what? While we're at it, let's deconstruct the old tier 3 workbench. Because mostly we're going to need the state space. And I've never seen like a workbench need like a need for multiple workbenches. Maybe like the big settlements had that kind of like player density where they needed that. But not us. What am I going to do with this refined leather? Oh, that came from... That came from here. I got some tier 4 rope too. I don't want this refined leather taking up a slot in my inventory. Gonna drop it in the scholar box. I'll be like, damn. And then I'm gonna discover it's super necessary. What do I need? Leatherworking. salt. There's a lot to learn about permissions on both player housing and settlement housing building. That stuff went over your head as well. Yep, a lot of it went over my head. I think it's gonna make a lot of sense when I start doing it. But like, there was a reason I rewatched that video like 10 times. I'm like, did I understand that correctly? And like, there were some parts where I was like, I've got a lot of questions on this specifically. And I don't know if you just brushed over it because it's not what he was thinking about, or if there just wasn't enough information released on that. But we'll get there. I mean, like, I'm really excited for my big Saturday stream. By then, I should have housing figured out. And we will have at least one apartment complex and at least one player housing available in here. I've got... Here I am, looking at the settlement that's not mine again. We got 38 people in here. $38 people. Where are we gonna stick them all? I don't know how many of these people are still active. I haven't seen a lot of these names in a long time. And so how much housing do I actually need? Like, is housing for 20 people enough for the 38 people I seem to have? Evil bot, my pet. Thank you. Enjoy your jerboa. I spelled jerboa right? So I'm making money off of traveler berries, but like jerboas, that's not a bad way to make money either. You might be better off selling the eggs for pets rather than the pets themselves. Because like everybody loves a loot box and they'll probably pay more money for the opportunity to open the loot box themselves. But like, I don't know. Like, I've got this orange and white guy here. I kind of want to keep him forever, but at the same time, if I found like a guy with like, I don't know, lightning decals, nice cherry red street rat, like maybe I would switch to him. I don't know. Like, this guy is really growing on me. This guy right here. If he, like, I don't know if I could replace him at this point. Like, he's been with me through thick and thin. Like, he's a cool guy. I'm growing personally attached to him, even though he's just uncommon. Lightning decals, what would you call him? I mean, like, McQueen is the obvious answer, but, like, I feel like a jerboa or chinchilla in there would have to, well, like, we can get, like, a clever pun. Thunderoo, like a kangaroo rat. Gerbolta. Straight up Pikachu. Choo-chappy? Chupa chupa, choppa choppa, doobie doobie dabba dabba. Boom boom boom. What am I doing? like with my life. I achieved goals. And now it's the time where like I'm supposed to think of like what the next thing I'm supposed to do is. Honestly, what I need to do is chill out. Go for a pleasant little walk over here to Rampart, see if his tasks have refreshed. Hey buddy, what you got for me? Insect wings, crystallized slime. Yeah, I don't have those. I've apparently had things smelting, had things tanning. Ironworking salt, metalworking, probably. Hi, kitty. You're right. It's almost breakfast time. We got like 20 minutes. Which one of you guys had stuff for me? You did. What can I do? What can I do? Got all the leather in the world coming. The one supply I can't get enough of is rope. Oh, hey. Eat some fish bulbs. Let me check out, like, the rope markets. No one's selling me rope for $75. They're selling rope for $100. $200 over here. Is it that hard to get Tier 4 rope? $3.95. Ugh. There we go. In Navarrizini, they've got rope for $140. $185. Okay, so I'm just not going to like the right. It's the Frostgate Road is complete. You should check that out. Now leads from there to the temple, so we're connected. Nice. Yeah, let's check that out. You know what? I'll do that right now. We're gonna go on a journey. Like, we can chill out and I can finish up crafting on my own time. Let me grab my tea. Oh, I just wasted some deluxe fish. I don't have any sandwiches though. Yeah, I'll be fine. Whee! Alright, so the road all the way to Frostgate is complete. I'm excited about that. Drink the tea. Wonder how long this road actually feels. Now, I know for a fact that this half is wagon traversable. We get some more tier 4 ingots. I mean, like, we got... Wait, that's Celestium? No, there's tier 4 ore to be had up here. We haven't had, like, a reason to come up here and harvest it. It's around here somewhere. Has somebody been, like, harvesting our ore? I hear, like, tier 4 resources. Yeah, there we go. There's the Ellen Var. Are kind of hard to come by, or like the respawn times have been slow. Okay. Road isn't connected. Or did I take a wrong turn somewhere? Road? Here's some road. Needs a bit more paving. Yeah, that's fine. We'll get there. So here's the road. There's an alpha bear. Hi, alpha bear. You know, to get like a ton of Braxite, I did just get a bunch of... Oh, hey. Howdy, Goose Man. Do I go down or do I stay up? Because I see road up here. Alright. The road goes straight through these tier 5 things, which I can't mine yet, but I will be able to mine very soon. Like, I think I'm at like 47 mining? 46? Alright. And here was the hard part. Like the 17,000 alternating elevation switchbacks. Like, I would have built a road near all the way here. I feel like this would have been where I gave up. I can't imagine like the worst height difference one you had to do around here. It's probably like at least one of these was like 2 straight hours of terraforming and nothing else. Like maybe you found like the perfect location. But like this part of the road must have been so much effort. The guy spent a week? Yeah. What can we do for this guy? How can we reward his efforts? I'll give him some traveler berries. Ah, but this is nice. And like the road just keeps going. Hang on. I want to use your teleporter while I'm in the neighborhood. Baker's Coven is all the way over there. But yeah. So that road looked entirely wagon usable too. And this road goes all the way to the ocean. This is lovely. Nice well. Got a sturdy well. It's a cool place too. Got the fine smelters, the fine masonry stations. You got a fine kiln. Got the fine hunting stuff. So that's really cool. Like, so if somebody could do like a mining walk, like from our settlement to your settlement, like crush all the ore here into like something processable, then like walk all the way back, crush more ore. Like that, you can get like a cool mining loop coming between your settlement and ours, where like you've always got something cooking at like one of the settlements. And that might be a good way to like balance out like the hour-long crafting cost it takes for like tier 4 stuff. Alright. I'm gonna teleport over to New Haven because I made a sale there. Yeah, sure. Lots of unique goods in the Frosty Peaks. I do love the Frosty Peaks. Thanks for stopping by. Thanks for showing. That was like an amazing road. Like that switchback is insane. $20,000. And like, yeah, I've been money maxing. Was there rope for sale here? What about like thread? Not third, thread. Filter it down to tier 4. You can buy an uncommon bow for 2,000. That's a good deal. I like New Haven because they're always selling things kind of like... Sometimes you can get some really good deals here. Like the market is really kind of like unregulated. Like the fine flowers here, you get 30 for $1. It's a great deal. I mean, they're easy to gather, but still. Fine berries, I was told these were impossible to get, and you've got 2,000 for $3. And then you have like citric berries for like $2,000. Fine planks, fine ropes. $100 a piece. That is one of the better deals we've seen. 10 for 1,000. I wonder if I can convince Mutation. To just like grind plant roots all day, every day, forever. Just waving at people. New Haven's changed a lot too. They've got all this open space. I wonder where they're going to put their houses. Do you guys have a designated housing district? There's a crazy farm out here. I'm not sure I could like live in the meadows. It's too flat. Alright. Anyway. I bought the berries while I'm in the neighborhood. Can't do anything with them. My farming's too low. Let's head home and then come up with our next plan of action. We're very low on a few things. Like wood, I'll be able to get at any time I need. Leather, I've got plenty of. Elenvar, I'm not worried about. I can go get that at any time too. So like really it is mostly the rope I'm worried about. And so I think what I would want is to get my foraging up to 40. And it's pretty close. I want my foraging to be high. So like even if I'm not the guy who's making the things like bricks or rope, I can be the guy who gets the stuff. And know what I mean? So I think I would be a very happy forager. Give me sand. Where's the tier 3 sand? Apparently it's right here. That in the frozen part? Just put the tea away. Also, you might be able to get some cool new pets while we dig the sand. Where did I put my tea? There it is. Digging sand is actually one of my favorite jobs. I know it sounds weird, but like it's one of the more satisfying ASMR tasks. Alright. Drink the tea. And we just chill out here and we dig sand. Because the sound of shoveling sand, kinda satisfying. Plus it's got all this like action into it. Like you throw your whole body into it. And yet, I get to do this without coming away with like the worst back pain of my life. It's nice to watch my little doll do it instead. Alright, so I'm going to and somebody posted a message in please help. Somebody in the pine forest needs tier 2 wood. That is just a constant problem. They're like, where is it? And we're telling them, you gotta go to the snowy mountains if you want tier 2. Okay. And we want jute plants. They are in the jungle. They are in the plains. We could go to like New Haven. That's probably the closest place. They're even in... This says tar woods. I'm pretty sure they're called sapwoods. That's not even in our region. So plains and jungle. Nearest plains is over here. Port Salt Rest. I right click on here. It's a tier 2 claim. Like I think that city's been kind of abandoned. But it's got a teleporter. We go there, we steal all their jute. Take it to New Haven. I wonder if jute will spawn enough. Hang on. Trying to use the map to figure out where... Oh, right. Some jerk built a wall there. Who did that? It was me. At one point, I had a dream for turning this into a jackal pit. Like, we'd build it like we wouldn't have anything in it. And it would just be like the place where you fight jackals. Like that way, if you were trying to get like your Slayer levels up, we had like a leveling pit for you. Which I think could have been cool. Hang on. While I'm freezing, you can get this sand. Because I've still got like 2 minutes left on my e-timer. And then after that, I can go over here. You can even do this without wasting tea. Like, I'll just keep digging this while I'm freezing to death. When I'm half frozen to death, I run over here, start digging this. My health is regenerated, I go back here, start digging this. And min-max my tea usage. I say that, then my alarm went off, and I'm supposed to stop playing, but let's admire the beautiful mountains. Whoop. You can see the settlement from up high. Like, it's kind of good for a forest settlement. Like, you can barely tell it's there. I think it's kind of like the ideal condition for a forest settlement. You can see how far the torches go out along the road. Might actually look kind of pretty at night. How tall these trees are. Like, it's kind of hard to notice when you're in the settlement. They are big. I got 5 seconds left. We'll get this sand too. We can make a bunch of glass. And that experience bar is going up slowly. So I know, like, the highest experience job in the world, somebody came by and told me, was level 80 something. Like 87, 89. They were a fisher. The next one down was farmer. I feel like forager is one that could potentially be up there. It's just grabbing foraging supplies and selling them. Like, I feel like could be a good life. Especially if you're like a world explorer. Just kind of secretly a thing I want to be. Like, I wonder about, like, normal civilian life sometimes. Like, as an emperor, like, I've got goals about, like, building the settlement up, and that's, like, all I'm focused on. But if you're just, like, one person, and you don't care about having your own settlement or your own empire, like, what are your goals? Like, just exploring the world, advancing your craft? He is in 90 fishing now. Nice. How do you find out that information? I am very curious. Like, with the latest announcement, they also did a lot of talk about giving access to their API. You don't know what an API is. It's an application programmable interface, which is basically like you can write a program to interact with something. In this case, the game of BitCraft. Can I shovel from down here? Alright, safe. Almost. Here I am ignoring my alarm again. I just want to see an egg. That's all. But, so they announced that they were going to, like, start giving developer licenses to it. And I looked at the application form. And I'm a bit of a software developer myself. Like, I could make something. But they asked, like, what you plan on making with this developer token? And I'm like, man, I don't actually know yet. I want the access to see what I want to make. How easy it would be. Because they said, like, almost all of the information would be available. Like, one thing you could do is, like, look up the tile information and maybe, like, make a pathfinding algorithm to, like, find optimal road routes between settlements. That would be cool. I don't think that would be too crazy hard. Like, you'd have to make a lot of calls, and I don't know how much information they'd be willing to give you in, like, one go.
All those years pass, now I know you. How the times can change, and I get a little down. Thinking about tomorrow, I get down.
But then again, like, you don't need to get all the topography information all at once or all the time. You just grab it, like, once. Assume people haven't terraformed a crazy amount, like 99.99999% of the world is never going to change in elevation. And so you don't have to constantly query to find, like, optimal road paths. You called an app your inventory utility? Yeah, that would be nice. It would be cool to have something to help you keep track of your current projects, like in game, and they have, like, crafting calculators and stuff, but it feels a little underused, because if I have access to, like, in-game information, like player-owned inventories, like, you could make something that you could, like, link your player account to, and it could check your inventory, and say if you wanted to make, like, a tier 1 codex, it'd be like, okay, you need a bunch of breezy fish based on, like, what I see in your player's bank. But they haven't actually released, like, enough information to, like, what you can actually do with the API yet. They're just like, just about everything. And so I'm very curious about it. Anyway. You check the XP tables, it's a 15 increase percent to your total XP so far, every level, so full on exponential. So level 99 to 100 is the same as level 0 to 77. Yeah, I heard, like, level 93 was halfway to level 100. Where'd you get the info to connect in? Wireshark? Hang on. Let's see. Ice Wolf. I think you're Iris Wolf, right? Iris Wolf Tamer. Is that your name? Hang on. Done making small pyrite ore. Iris Wolf Tamer. Yeah. I think that's your YouTube name. Yes. Making the pyrite ore. Now making the powder. Ore concentrate. Nice. That will be nice. And if you feel like selling me that stuff, I would love to have it. I've got a market order up. Now, if you really need money, I think people will pay more money than I will currently. I'm not used to having money. Like when I was out helping you out, my money dropped to like 2 digits. I had like $50 to my name. Now the cool thing is, that was 24 hours ago, and now I've got $20,000 to my name. So like, it's easy to make the money back up. But like, if you needed money, selling those ingots to other people might be more profitable. If you give it to me, there's a good chance I will use it to make tools to flood our market with. Alright, how much experience did I get for like 3-4 piles of sand? I want to say I was like here and I got to here. So like half of level 37. And so like 2 or 3 full inventories of sand to hit foraging level 40. What do we have here? Rough pebbles. Let's leave rough pebbles on the ground like that. You'll sell me some? Nice, thank you. You can already see inventory information. Somebody, Vegeta, already using that API for extracting all the... Nice. Still need to make tools and armor from it. Oh! Yeah. Focus on yourself in tools and armor. One of my goals for the settlement is to have a constant supply of tools in the marketplace. Whoa. Oh, right. I sold the bunny. I've got $21,000 in 24 hours. So let me just do a search for common. No? But I want to have like a constant sale of every tier of tools. So I've got like some Ferrolith out there, some Pyrolite. But like I want to have every tool constantly for sale. So that anybody who wants a tool or needs a tool can get it, theoretically. And I will try to price it fairly. And by fairly, I mean like in settlement, if I have tools to sell, I'm going to sell them at like half what I think they're worth. Now, granted, a lot of places, let's say, what? I forgot. A Merriam. That's what it is. Okay. A lot of people sell tools for less than I think they're worth. Man, these people are only selling uncommons. There's a common chisel going for like $500. I'm fairly certain metalworking flux, does it cost 10 per ingot? Metalworking flux, $10 per ingot. Maybe it's not that bad. But like 10 Amerium ingots plus 2 2 simple bricks is enough to make a fence, which if you sell or trade to an NPC, or like sell to like a claim giving like 1 coin per supply, is worth like 800, which implies that 10 ingots are worth about $800. And so if you use 4 ingots to make a tool, which you do, like minimum, like a common tool for like $500 though, you also need like the planks, the planks, the rope, the leather. The leather alone, like I could just sell the leather and probably like make $500. Anyway, rambling about market values. I feel like people undersell tools a lot. Like every time you see like a tool for under like max rarity, a lot of times they're like, it's not worth anything. And like I kind of feel that. Like an uncommon firelight tool will beat out like a tier 4 common tool in just like actual progress numbers. But I don't know, the resource cost to make that, rough. E3 Rare is the best tool, really? It really kind of is. What region is this? This is region 7. We are in the upper left corner of the world, and we're in the upper right corner of that world. So like the nearest ruined city is Charlo. We've got this little empire up here. We've got some friendly neighbors. I assume Black Flag is friendly. We haven't talked to them, but I imagine they're chill. Everyone else has been chill. I've been hearing that we might be the chillest region. I don't know if that's true. Like there was at least 1 war fought on our world, but it was resolved fairly quickly. Everything else has been like just nice, kind negotiations. I hear Region 5, the reputation Region 5 has is kind of greedy. Because I think there are big empires here that are really focused on progression. And so they tend to hog resources for themselves, and that's fine. I think Region 8 has had some wars. I think Region 6 has had some wars. I hear Region 1 is currently at war. But like there are no wars up here that I know of. Big multi-region war against Purgatory. Purgatory had a lot of territory. When you say multi-region war, wow, they have a lot more territory. But they're not like anywhere else, right? So it could be, you're telling me other regions are also kind of battling with them? They were pushing out smaller kingdoms and getting too big. Okay, if they were trying to like crush smaller kingdoms. Ooh, they got greedy, didn't they? So the other empires, Tavernhold is a pretty big one. Are they starting to fight? They used to own the north of 9 Isles. Where is 9 Isles? There's 9 Isles. They used to own all of this. They got pushed out of that. Or at least it looks like they did. Now they still got some watchtowers up there. They just don't have their name all over it. But it looks like, unless you mean like up here. These don't, yeah. The Umburan Trade Alliance seems to be pushing on them.